Okay, so this is part 3 of my talk about how I was addicted to drugs. Um, so uh, I started. This was when I was about 16 or so. I started to get really aggressive. There was this big jump from I think I was 16 and 3 months, 16 and 4 months old. I went from being okay to suddenly becoming insane. And I don't know why, but I had been smoking salvia. I had been overdosing on Zopiclone and lorazepam, Ativan. Sleeping pills, I was taking 15, 20 of them, maybe even 30 at some point. And I would just black out, and the next day I'd be really depressed. And when my mom didn't have my alcohol, I would tell her to get it. And when she didn't get it, I would go insane. I would tell her, like, I need this fucking alcohol. And so I started getting violent, and I started getting really depraved. Like, I would do things that are really sick that I wouldn't normally do if I was sober. I started like trying to overdo the drugs, so I started like speed smoking and like removing the filters and smoking the filters and not smoking the filters, but like smoking the cigarettes that way. And I would try not to breathe between drags, and like I would try to smoke so much weed that, while on the stimulants, I would try to smoke so much that like I would have a panic attack, or I would try to have a panic attack. I would try to have a panic attack, and it was always about like going all the way with the substances. And I remember like trying to get my heart rate up to its maximum capacity by just using too many drugs. And I had this weird masochistic way of living where I would try to feel bad. I'd look forward to like the come downs, because the crash is when I feel bad. And I had this twisted backwards way of thinking. And I was 16 at the time. Then when I turned 17, I think I'd had a breakdown where I couldn't take it anymore, and I was afraid of the windows. Even being near them was scary to me. So I wasn't exercising at all. I don't know why, but I took a break from smoking weed, which I had been doing 5 to 10 times a day, and then a few months passed, and I was 17 years old, 17 and a half, and I took a ton of these gel caps from the pharmacy, cough syrup or whatever, and for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks I binged on them, just like I had done with salvia months earlier. And then I became insane. Like, I smoked salvia one last time, like a month after that, and I became insane. Like, I would rip old pictures of me having fun, claiming that my childhood was crap, and after the last time I smoked salvia, it was like something was still there. Like, it felt like I was still in the same reality, but it had shifted somehow, and I was in a different part of it. And so slowly, like, I started going insane and thinking that other people were talking about me, and there was these signs that like I was Jesus or something. And I started trying to like, I was seeing these rays of energy come from my third eye, and like from the outside, and I would try to like meditate so that I could open up the egg and be born into the next dimension or the next world. And I started to go insane, and I'll talk about that in the next video.